I hope your day is full of mayonnaise and mustard and relish and pesto. Is pesto considered a condiment? What constitutes it? What's the difference between a condiment and a sauce? I like both. I like condiments and sauces. I like teriyaki. I like a sriracha. I like a aioli. I like a dressing. Let's get into those. Thousand Island. Now that's a fun party.
Caesar.
Honey mustard? Is that you? Oh, a goddess dressing? Ooh. I didn't even know how essential a goddess dressing was until I had it. I was like, didn't realize I did one hippie. He introed me to goddess dressing, and that was it for me. You know, I was. Oh, wow. Guys, hi. Welcome back to another episode of Shank. We have an amazing episode for you this week. I drank one kombucha, so my delivery might be a little more fun than usual.
You also eat 20 milligrams of Kiva resin gummies.
Yeah, I had some gummies.
Yeah.
We're partying is what I'm saying. It's Friday. The girls are here. Guys, look at your socks right now. Are they dull? Are they gray? Do they have holes in them? It's time to get new socks. Oh, yeah. Head to ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Discount code SARA10, SARA10 for 10% off. There's slippers, there's masks. They collab with different artists to bring the most fun, unique designs. Look at these sriracha socks. Oh, yeah. For the condiment lover in your life. Is sriracha a condiment?
Yes.
You would consider this a condiment?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Is aioli?
Yeah.
You fancy mayo.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Enjoy this week's episode of Shank. Thank you. Bye.
My stomach?
I can hear Carlos. I was like, that's her stomach, but then I realized it was the snoring chihuahua.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Very similar. Very similar sounds. All right, guys. Enjoy this week's episode. Check out Oh Yeah. Subscribe, rate, review. Bye. Okay, we're right where we need to be. She is moaning per usual. She's a moaner, people. We go on a meditation. She's moaning. You know how humiliating it is to be with an out loud moaner in public? I'm like, she's working on it.
I don't know how this started. It started happening a lot recently.
During pandemic.
Yeah. And now
she's like, I'm like, okay, we get it. You're enjoying life more than anyone else here. I've never stretched in ecstasy like the way you do it. I'm like, I wish I could find relief like that.
I feel like it really started when I found my boyfriend.
She's like, that's how she attracted him with her moan. She's just moaning on mountaintops left and right.
I just think everything's delicious.
While she's stretching on a mountain in front of people. And you're like, Steph, we're not at home.
Oh, that reminds me of one of the things that I was wanting us to talk about when we were on the rock and we heard that Ram Dass meditating date between those two hot people.
Oh, let's talk about those people.
Yeah, that was really fun. Last time we podcasted was when we did the Canyon Diaries and talked about Victor.
Oh, we talked about Victor and the Rock. If you haven't seen that, head to Stephanie Simbari's Instagram. What is it? S Simbari. Mm-hmm. I know it. Yeah. She's trying to act cool, like she doesn't know her guess. Yeah. Look, I know it like the back of my hand. I'm constantly tagging it. Okay, yeah. So we went on a hike, and
you feel like it's weird that you have headphones on and can hear us, and I'm in the real world.
No, but do you?
I mean, I just wonder.
Do you feel disconnected from me since I have the headphones on? Yeah. Okay, well, we can't have that.
Wow.
Let me come back down to earth.
Oh my God, I feel so much less stressed.
I feel less stressed too.
Okay, cool.
It feels more normal.
Yeah.
Wow, these are official headphones. You put these on, it looks like you're about to DJ a party.
You get totally taken out of the room. It looks cool like that.
No, it doesn't. It's like, who is she?
She's a DJ. She's a producer. Sometimes she has to check the levels, but she still wants to be with the people. So she doesn't keep them on because she just wants us all to be equal, you know?
Yeah, and I don't take requests. DJ Shank is in the building. I can't do air horns. Remember concerts?
Carlos is your MC.
Carlos. I'm upstaging him right now.
Guys, Carlos is here. He was here last time.
He's here. He's a Chihuahua. Someone asked me to ask you, what kind of condiments do you like? That was one of the only questions.
Really?
I was like, okay, fine, I'll ask.
It's so interesting because I love condiments so much, and I always have good ones. You're on like my sandwiches.
A sauce lady.
Yeah, I'm into sauces. It's a really good question. I mean, I really just look for things that are like Whole30 approved, like in the dressings aisle, like Primal Kitchen and stuff like that.
Primal Kitchen, they have a buffalo chicken.
Their sauces are so good.
And they're really healthy.
This vegan Caesar is like my favorite salad dressing ever. It's like a real Caesar. Yeah. But then I also like this certain honey mustard. I also like Vegenaise.
Oh, she's a honey mustard babe.
I like the Chipotle honey mustard from Hugo's West Hollywood. Locals, where you at?
Locals come through.
That shit is the best.
Locals come through. I'm living my best life. I'm drinking a June Shine. Mm-hmm. Thank you for bringing this over.
You're welcome.
Everyone knows I'm one kombucha shank. I drink once and then I get loose. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what we're going to get into today?
June Shine is a sponsor of So Retrograde. So if you guys like June Shine, you can get it by using our code Retrograde.
Oh, you can?
I think so.
That's so cool. It's just Retrograde?
Wait, I'm not sure if we've read that article yet or if we read that ad yet, or it's coming soon.
Well, look out for it, man. Write down Retrograde, put it on your calendar to check in a couple weeks. Circle back.
If I'm like breaking some sort of contract right now, or I'm just lying,
you're just giving a fake promo code. Yeah. You're like, by the way, we start doing it for everything.
If I'm manifesting this, or if it's actually already happened.
Bucks water. We have so many sponsors. It's actually overwhelming.
Yeah, they're all beverages.
Okay, so I do want to talk to you to get formal. I have my notebook about things we discussed.
Yeah, we prepared. We're professional podcasters. Don't worry about it. How are you guys doing? So you can't talk back.
You guys, they can't talk back. I just wrote nail polish. Okay. Self-care in the new world. That feels like a deep discussion we could get into. We could dip our toes into the self-care in the new world space.
I mean, I definitely think it's a really good conversation. Are you asking me that?
Well, I am coming with that as a topic of discussion because, last week I was in Austin, so my schedule was for the first time full, which was a major adjustment. And I told you, I was like, I'm so tired in the new world because I'm just not used to moving at that same pace. And it felt like every second of the day was filled, and that's how life was.
Right.
So it's like, how do we approach self-care in the new world? I think the key is to integrate some type of balance. And it's like, how do we find that balance? And I feel like that's something a lot of people are just trying to find, especially like the parents who are like at home with their kids. It's like, how do you figure out how to do self-care? In a world where a lot of times, it's counterintuitive because you're supposed to be plugged in digitally because now people are working from home too. And then it's like also like self-care in terms of like not exposing yourself to too much technology all of the time. Like where do we find the balance? How do we find the balance?
I mean,
that's a meaty question. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, I think it's a couple of questions in one, but I think the first thing I guess I would say is like, it's a matter of aligning with what you prioritize. I feel like 2020 was the breakdown of like the hustle in the sense that we were all tethered to this like one like timing and way of doing things, and like the society, we all were like tapped into like a certain like agreeance.
And it was like, you send a message, you expect a response that
like,
second.
We're keeping up. And it's just like, we've talked about this so many times. We look back on the before times and we're like, we were so tired, stressed. Like, yeah, there were amazing times too. But at the end there, it was like almost felt unsustainable for me.
Well, to me, in hindsight, before times were dirty.
Yeah.
And fast.
Yeah.
And now things are like slower. They're still a little dirty, but
people are cleaning up their act.
People are cleaning up their act because they've been locked inside with themselves for too long.
Oh, if you're sick, don't go outside sneezing on everyone. Was just like hey, wash your hands once a day.
Yeah,
Common courtesy.
yeah.
I can't tell you when I washed. Like, I think that's like the big joke. People were like, oh, I never washed my hands before 2020. Like, it's really real.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can come out with a little bit more respect for our own health. I think
and our others' health. If you're sick, wear masks, stay home.
Yeah.
It's like common sense shit. But, you know, people get selfish. They're like, I want to go out.
Well, no, but I don't think it's selfishness, actually. I think it's a thing of like the feeling like you can't prioritize your health because the priority is keeping up with whatever the work thing is or the schedule thing is. And so it's like, that's what I think the first question of self-care in the new world, the answer is, what are your priorities? Like, who are you really? Like, what makes you feel really healthy and happy and aligned, and like, really think about those things and like do whatever work you have to do to like get into a place where you can live in those like higher values for yourself.
Totally. And you know, if you have to sleep.
That's, and like that too. Exactly. Honoring your body.
Which is hard, especially for me, because a lot of my listeners know I was addicted to Adderall for a long time. So I was just used to like speeding through everything and like having this abundance of energy at all times. And like, I don't necessarily think it was like a good energy. I just think it was like this chaotic meth infused energy. You know what I mean? But I was able to do all of the things and keep up with society. And in the new world, it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to go back to abusing Adderall. No. I'm an evolved human.
Yeah.
So it's trying to find the balance of how to be healthy. I guess one of the things that I would definitely say has helped me personally is our meditations. Because it's easier when you have like someone else who's doing it with you, because you feel like you're held more accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's something powerful about doing any sort of like energy work with other people. Like, the more you share in that common space, like the higher the vibration gets. Like, sometimes we'll like get, I think, better downloads. Sometimes like when we're on the rock within the elements with each other, with other people, like I like doing that shit in groups because like it raises the energy. It's cool. Yeah,
that's kind of why a lot of people say like a prayer in large amounts works as well. Yeah. It's that same greater vibration intention. Yeah.
But that's a really big question. And I think that's like the ongoing question. And like, I'm asking myself that too, because I also think that self-care in the new world can't also just be self-care. It has to be like regard for like responsible living with regard to like earth and stuff. Like, I think that we kind of tend to forget what's going on with the planet all the time. And like, I don't know. I really feel like that's a big thing, like sustainable choices and doing the best we can do to transition our very like short-term societal, like waste-driven consumerism and like figuring out how to like live in a modern way, like trying to make the best decisions we can. Obviously, it's like not perfect. Like, I still buy things in plastic at the grocery store. It's not like, it's not like I'm fucking, you know, but every little choice, I think together we can move the needle on that stuff.
Totally. And I was talking to my landlord about this because she is a professor at UCLA. Her and her husband work in oceanography and climatology. And they study all this stuff and they know all this stuff.
Like, I know what that is.
I don't really know what it is. But
climatology?
I was like, oceanography, climate change.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Climate change. Did I make up the word climatology for my kombucha? I don't know. But so anyways,
I really like it.
She told me that she has a friend who's really involved with climate change. And she said that if we all get sustainable now, by the time this generation's kids grow up, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
But we'd have to do it now. So like,
it has to happen.
That made me feel a little better because it's a little gnarly with all the weather changes too.
How do we get, here's the thing, like, how do we get people on a large scale to like make big choices so that we'll do that? Like,
well, maybe the year of locking everyone inside would have helped. Maybe that's how we become more conscious as a people. Because you're like, oh, we actually kind of need each other.
But then I think there's also an unconsciousness that has happened from people being inside too, because it's like
life's not VR.
Yeah. And like there's like a fear of connection now a little bit, and like a fear of getting each other sick when we're not sick. And like, you know, there's
that too.
There's a level of just fear that exists now that's not
Well, there's
great.
people
Like,
who don't want to go outside now.
I know, but the thing is that if we're gonna evolve and like
We gotta
shift
go
things, we have
outside.
to be part of the collective. We have to be having conversations. We have to be really seeing what's going on. You know,
And conversations not just on Zoom.
Yeah, we can't just be living on the internet.
Yeah, we can't. Life's more than just a TikTok dance.
We're not the movie WALL-E.
We're not. What if we were?
We could become that.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Wait. No, I have something on my notes, and I feel like it's important.
Okay.
Because the viewers / listeners are not going to expect this as something to come after like the big talk of life in the new world.
Okay.
So it's mating sounds of peacocks. It's very good.
No, but it's not really.
It's more like a meow.
It's more like a meow. It's like. I can't really do it.
It's like that?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Wait,
Was it like that? Is that what the peacocks sound like?
Yeah, I think so.
That is, right?
Yeah.
Because I heard it a few times and I was like, is there a cat in heat? I'm like, and you're like, no, that's the sound that the peacocks make.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that's gnarly.
Yeah.
No one as a kid is like, this is the sound the peacock makes.
No.
You never learned that.
No.
So do people just assume that they are silent birds? Have we just spent more time with peacocks than the average person?
For sure. Like, I don't even think the sound of peacocks would have ever crossed my mind prior to them being like
your neighbors.
Everywhere. Like, they're everywhere. They're on the house, they're on the fence, they're on the driveway, they're in the street. Yeah.
You're part of it. They're literally,
birds.
that's fine.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Talking about peacocks makes me want to belch too.
But I feel like that was so in the microphone. They're just going to be like,
wow, that's amazing.
No, I really like them. They are it's like a weirdly calming energy where they're just like, all right, there's peacocks out here. They're trying to fuck. Yeah.
And like, they're very vocal.
Very vocal. They're so beautiful. It's insane.
They're really beautiful. They're also kind of huge.
They're gigantic.
I was like, I thought a peacock was like a chill, small bird. No.
I looked them up when I first moved there, and I was like, what's their deal? And they're actually really strong. They're like kind of predator birds, I feel like. Because maybe they're not predators, but if something attacks them, they'll kick it with their big, thick legs. Like, the peacock's leg is like, so then I became obsessed with looking at their legs. And they have like really giant, like almost like dinosaur, like chicken-esque
Because you keep telling
they look
me
like dinosaurs.
You've told me on numerous occasions you feel that the peacock looks like a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur.
And when you said that at first, I was like, okay. And then I saw it in action.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, it's like a velociraptor or some shit. I don't know why.
Crazy.
The peacock has dinosaur energy, which makes sense because birds are the most related to dinosaurs.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a fun fact for you.
That
I
is
had
a
a
fun
boyfriend
fact.
who was obsessed with dinosaurs for a while. Yeah, he had a brontosaurus tattoo, and that's when we...
Oh, you just reminded me that my first boyfriend in 5th grade, we went to the Museum of Natural History on a trip on the bus.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is such a sweet memory. He held my hand on the bus, and then he bought me a blue stegosaurus.
That's love.
A blue velvet stegosaurus and gave it to me on the bus ride back.
I wish I had a lover to buy me a blue stegosaurus.
Oh, that was so sweet.
Are you kidding? That is so cute.
I know. He was my first love.
A stegosaurus. I
was 10 years old.
My ex-boyfriend who was obsessed with dinosaurs also had one of the coolest tattoos ever. It was a toast. It was a toaster and then a piece of toast popping out of the toaster. And the toast was smiling. And I had like a pow thing behind it. And I just remember being like, his tattoo's so cool. It's a smiling piece of toast popping out of a toaster.
That's so fun.
And it was right by his dick, too. And I was like, that's my boyfriend.
I'm proud of it.
Sometimes I forget that I've had all these crazy experiments with experiments. That's exactly what they are. But I meant experiences with dating. And then I have like a flashback and I'm like, oh no, that was a real person that I once knew. It becomes weird when like the further away you get from having dating people, you're like, oh, I can see this from a new lens. Like, it's pretty weird. He had a toaster tattoo and that was something I was into.
I mean,
I was like, I want to. No, it seems on brand.
You would still go for that.
Yeah, toaster tattoo. I'm like, toaster tattoo.
So
let me suck your dick.
But I also feel like my memories are so like I forget some of the younger, weirder ones.
Yeah, and then they pop up and you're like, oh man.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's weird how like over time, okay, like in the self-work that I've done and like the mental and like psychic examination of my own brain, like shit we talk through all the time, meditation, all the stuff, psychedelics, the journeys.
The journeys.
I've learned that we remember certain memories like over and over and over again because they apply themselves most to the story that we're telling ourselves.
Totally.
And then when you like heal a certain storyline, other stories that happen, that because life is 1 million moments, right?
Right. Like I was so mad at him for so long, I forgot about his toaster tattoo, which I was obsessed with because I was like, he hurt me.
Yeah.
And like that wasn't at the forefront of the brain. But then like since time has passed, it's like, but he did have that sick toaster tattoo.
Yeah. And that's like a really cool thing.
I also wrote down stinky man.
I'm like, and that's a really cool thing. Okay.
We're fine.
A good friend to have.
We're adults.
Sign off on the worst
We're
things.
30-somethings. We're well adjusted. Show us your toaster tattoos.
Oh my God.
I wrote down stinky man, the one from the trail. What would you explain the scent was? I would say, and you said it once before. I don't want to take it from you because you did come up with the term first.
What?
What's the first word that comes to your mind?
Mildew?
Yes.
It was like,
I was like, you really nailed it when you said that.
It was like the most pungent smell. I could feel it like in my teeth. I was like,
it was like a scent of a man who hadn't had a lover in quite some time.
Oh, Sarah,
because if you had a lover,
yeah, you wouldn't be like that.
You can't be smelling like that. Because the person would be like, babe, wash your fucking shirt.
This is why we all need to be more open to love.
Yeah, you can't be stinky man on the trail. And it was so bad.
It was so nice too, because a lot of times, we pass people on the trail and they will like put their masks on and we don't hike with our masks on because we're just like trying to breathe in as much fucking mountain air as humanly possible. And the trails are so wide, it just feels like safe.
And yeah, it does feel really safe.
And so but some people wear masks and sometimes I'm just like, hey, like, and I wonder if they're judging us for not or whatever. And he wasn't wearing one either. So I was like, hey. And it was just like, I felt like, I was like,
yeah,
he had a nice energy.
He had a great energy.
He was like, hey, ladies. And then he walked by and we're like, what?
It was like, went from hey, ladies to I might vomit right here.
It was sad.
Do you have your cat's
I almost
cradle?
wanted to turn around and be like, hey, you smell.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. You have to go wash your shirt.
You could say this. Hey, you have a booger. Maybe. I don't know. If you're passing someone on the trail, is it even worth it to let them know?
The next time I pass a stinky person, I'm going to just...
Bring a body gel out of your bag.
No, I'm just going to stop them and be like, hey, like, I'm about to say this because I love you, and it's that.
And I don't know you at all, and that we're just passerbys on the same trail.
Yeah.
However,
as a fellow human,
as part of society,
yeah, someone that cares about you and others,
your hygiene,
it's not great. And I can tell that you're a really nice person, a great guy, healthy guy. He was fit, he was older.
Could have a big dick.
Could have a big dick. Who knows? Maybe he's got a house, the job.
He probably has a car and a mailbox. He might have electricity. I'm sure he was a great guy.
Maybe he flosses.
No, he doesn't floss.
Right, no.
Flossing is an extra attention to detail.
Hygiene thing.
Not everyone flosses. Okay, wait. Let's talk about the fact.
This is my PSA for flossing now.
Okay, so do you want to take a minute to let the viewers and listeners at home know how important it is to floss?
Yeah, I just think that if you're someone listening right now who's not flossing, it's time to head over onto your local grocer or pharmacy and pick up a roll of floss and just give it the old 1-2. One under the gum, one under the gum. Next to one under the gum, one under the gum.
One under the gum. It's a song. But, okay.
One under the gum. One under the gum.
And we're talking floss. We're not talking the dental sticks.
No, the sticks.
I got addicted to those for a while.
First of all, they're such a waste of plastic because you can only do like one tooth one time. The stick is for an acute injury, aka if you have a piece of steak stuck in your tooth. I mean, it's for like an on-the-go job.
Right.
It's not for the whole practice. Because if you do the whole practice with the sticks, you fucking use like
the flossing practice as though it's yoga or something.
The art of flossing.
That's so stupid. I like Glide. It's a strong string.
Yeah, that's
don't be coming with a weak string.
See, I use the organic like desert essences floss because I don't want the chemies.
The needles of a cactus. I'm like, I use Glide. It's probably a big corporation, but their string's incredible.
I know, but
sturdy as fuck. Also, don't be afraid if your gums bleed. That's because you haven't been doing it.
If you do it once and your gums bleed, it is normal. Because you need to do it more.
You're behind.
Yeah, way behind.
It's like get with it. I love flossing. Once you become a flosser, it's hard to lose that.
Yeah.
And once you meet someone who's not a flosser, you're like, this can't work.
The truth is, the smell of an unflossed mouth is
putrid. Putrid's a powerful.
It's what I imagine like a dead body to smell like.
Stephanie, why do you have to imagine the scent of a dead carcass?
Because that's how bad it is, and I want people to know what they're out there tossing around with their unflossed mouths.
That's the energy you're bringing.
Foul, dead energy in my face.
Oh. Anyways,
I'm not shaming people.
You're not shaming them either. If you're a flosser, it's okay. You can stop living in shame. Today is the day that your life is about to change. That's right.
Yes, if you have dead mouth, we can fix it.
Head over to your local grocer, buy some Glide, discount code. Don't have one.
Desert essences, organics.
Yeah.
Competing floss ads at the same time.
No, I'm getting money from Glide. She's getting money from a different brand. Becomes this whole issue. Okay, so let's talk about the fact
That's so funny.
You do currently have a cat's cradle string around your neck.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was like, okay, she's wearing a rainbow string. It did look vaguely familiar. I was totally... I forgot all about this game.
Okay, so...
To just the average man, this might look like just a string. Just a colorful string, but...
But it's such a connected long string.
Yes, it is.
It's a cat's cradle.
Oh, she remembers. Okay, wait, let me see if I remember.
Yeah, can you do it with me? I don't know how to do these back and forth.
I only know how to do those.
Okay, wait, no, do you know how to do it with me?
Wait, I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, hang on. Let me see. This is going to be a test.
Yeah, no, I think you do.
Okay, hold on. You go like this.
Yeah. No, wait. You have to put your hand around.
Do that one.
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
And then you go like this.
Yeah.
I fucked it up.
Oh.
But
Wait, do you want to start it and I'll do it and show you?
I don't even know if I can start it.
No, come on.
This is like a repressed childhood memory. I don't even know. I got to take off my rings.
I Googled, I have to watch the videos. Do you want to try it again?
Okay, we're going to try this again. Okay. Here we go. A second on top. A cat's cradle. All right.
I want to do it too. Okay.
I started talking like a DJ,
then you go like
a club DJ.
And then you keep it all like that, and then I'll put my fingers out, and then you pull it. Yeah. And then...
Okay, I'm doing cat.
Yeah.
If you're listening to the podcast, I recommend going to YouTube and watching because what's happening now is in fact art.
Okay, wait. And then I think it's like this, right?
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure.
Whoa.
Wait, hold on. Is it like that? Or is it like...
Okay. I gotta stop doing this.
Why?
Because I feel like on an audio podcast, it only there's only so much that we can like only so far down the rabbit hole we can go. However, I do feel that
we should make a separate
video for the people. I mean, because I don't know.
So fun.
I love how she's wearing it. Where did you get it?
Okay, yeah, that's the story that I wanted to tell you.
Let's talk about where this came from and when you started wearing it around your neck.
I'm only wearing it around my neck right now because I wanted to bring it to you and I don't want to lose it. But I got it because I ordered a set of jacks because I thought it would be fun.
Who in 2021 is ordering a set of jacks from the internet?
Because I like to get these like childhood game things in my house because they make me like stoke my creativity when I don't know what else to do. Like coloring books.
I just want to ball in some jacks.
Yeah, did you ever play jacks when you were
yeah, in an alley. No.
The alley is a Vincino. Playing jacks.
No,
jacks for quarters.
I did have jacks. My mom used to always put in my stocking, my Christmas stocking, a slinky, which I love. I love it. Like a slinky and some stairs. No greater time. No greater endorphin rush. If I had a slinky right
down the stairs, slinky is one of the most invigorating childhood experiences.
Like I'm horny for that experience. I'm like, I want that so bad. I just want to throw a slinky down some stairs.
Or when you could perfectly balance it between your hands and it was like you were doing like a dance.
Yeah. This is the dance of the slinky. Yeah.
Or watching someone else do the dance of the slinky is also like so mesmerizing.
What about yo-yo?
Oh yeah, a yo-yo is so fun.
Okay. I have a question. When you were in school, was there a guy that came around with a yo-yo? It was like a yo-yo tour. We had like a yo-yo. This guy came. He like was like he was like on a tour, and he would go to different schools with a yo-yo and teach you how to use it, and then he would try to sell you the yo-yo, and it was like an assembly.
I can't say we had that.
And I talked to a few other people who also had this yo-yo guy.
What?
No, I swear, in LA.
Okay.
Like maybe it was an LA school thing.
Okay.
But I talked to several people who had this yo-yo guy. Did you guys have like assemblies like that? Or like
wait, I'm trying to think if maybe I do remember.
We would have like a book fair.
Yeah, okay, we had book fair.
We had book fair, and then we would have like random things like people with wild animals would come.
Yeah, we had that. I remember the guy with the bird.
Yeah, and they'd like bring like a lion, and you'd be like, what?
I don't think it was a lion.
like a tiger.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we only have like wild birds and like.
Well, maybe just that. Maybe I'm saying tiger so the episode.
Snakes, bats.
Yeah, snakes.
Yeah,
snakes for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like a bobcat. Maybe it was a bobcat. It was something big.
Yeah.
It was something a little bigger.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have mountain lions out here, so maybe. But that's
I don't know. And a kids assembly.
Yeah.
I think it was like a bobcat and maybe some birds.
Yeah.
It was like something like that. And like, it was like, because like, and then we had the book fair and then we had hot dog day, which I'm sure it was like these nuns would just boil hot dogs. And they smelled so bad. And it was like this big pot of like Costco hot dogs. And it would just be, my mom would have to volunteer sometimes at the hot dog day. So she'd be in there with all the nuns boiling hot dogs. And then so like funny. By the end of like going to the same school from kindergarten through 8th grade, I couldn't even go in the pavilion when they were making hot dogs because the smell of it would just like make me gag. Like boiled hot dogs from old nuns. It was so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that was not a story I was planning on telling.
Childhood memories.
Childhood memories are so crazy. But yeah, so we had a yo-yo guy, and then I got the guy that sold. Remember what you did? Did you do like the magazine drive? Oh, yeah. And then you get the pom-poms.
Yes. The weeples.
The weeples?
Yeah.
How do you explain what a weeple is? Don't you think everyone knows what it is? Yeah. But what if they don't?
But what I think is funny is that I thought growing up that was like just a thing at my school. And then like the more people I've talked to that grew up in all
That's why I was wondering about the yo-yo guy.
That's why I think I might have seen that before.
And then he would try to sell you his yo-yo. And people would buy it. And he'd be like, I can walk the dog. I can do this. Yeah. It was like all these weird tricks. Yeah. And it was like,
the thing you go,
yeah. He just sell you this yo-yo that lit up. So like I used to have a yo-yo, a slinky. Those are things that I fucks with. Are those like I guess those are toys for creativity.
Yeah, no, I think anything that just makes you kind of like
keeps you
get
present,
playful and like be present and just like
ping
mixes
pong?
it up.
No, I mean,
I don't know.
Pong.
I'm down for any type of game or like activity.
Really?
Yeah, just
not
to, like,
me.
Just to mix it up.
I like Clue.
That's a board game.
Yeah, it's one of the only ones I like.
Game. Oh my God. Trying to play Scrabble with you was one of the most annoying.
I hate it. I hate Scrabble more than anything.
You literally were so impatient with Scrabble.
I hated it from them. I
Why?
hate Scrabble. I think it's so boring. I think it's one of the most boring games that could ever exist.
It's so funny.
So boring. I'm like, who cares? Who the fuck cares? You could fit the word orange there and you got 20 points. I don't care. I don't care. I'm like, I can't even pretend like I like it. I hated it.
No, we know.
And I was so high and I was like, I hate this game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I'm a fan of
and
Scrabble.
Like, the more you hated it, the more I was like, why is she so retarded?
I was like, I hate Scrabble.
No, because
and that's that.
It's just fun to think of words.
No, I think it's fun on Words with Friends when that was the thing because it felt like more like interactive, but like just thinking of, I'd rather think of words by myself.
But you're hanging out with your friends. And you're
I don't
want to
think about words with my friends. I don't like mixing the two.
Right.
I like to think about words on my own time.
Right.
I don't want to think about words off the top of my head with my friends, and the words are just useless. They're not going to anything larger or creative.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're just throwing around words just because we have to for points.
No, but it's like fun to be like, oh, like these letters assembled. I don't know. My brain gets like tickled by that.
Your brain is horny for Scrabble.
Yeah.
Not mine.
I know.
Mine's horny to throw Slinky down some stairs.
I like that too.
I'd rather throw a Slinky down some stairs than play a game of Scrabble any day.
Wait, it was you and that other guy who hated the Scrabble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were both like,
this is so annoying.
This is so
You had no
annoying. I'm
patience.
going to bed.
Maybe you should fuck that guy. He was on the table.
He's not on the table.
Yeah.
Was he also not a Scrabble fan? Was he also not a Scrabble fan?
I think you guys were the ones who were like both like he was getting drunk and you were really high and like
yeah, we're like we hate
this game is so boring. And me and Haley and Adam were like, we were into it, guys.
Yeah, but Haley also loves puzzles.
Right.
I'm not a puzzle.
I don't have the brain for a puzzle. Not that I'm not patient, but I don't have a vision brain like that.
No,
like,
you were forcing pieces together and then getting mad when Haley told you that they didn't go together. You were like, I know, Haley. And I'm like, well, if you know and you don't care, why are you getting so weird about it? Do you remember? Like, you're getting so frustrated at the puzzle. It was such a moment.
I know, because I knew they were wrong, but I just still wanted to have the feeling of putting the pieces together.
Because when you do...
That actually explains how my dating life used to be.
That explains how a lot of people's dating life used to be.
Like,
I mean, or some of them still are.
Yeah.
You know?
Still are.
And some of us are still forcing pieces together that don't quite fit. No names, but seems very real.
That is the realest shit.
Like, this doesn't quite work.
Fuck.
I'm like, you're a vegan? Okay, we can try.
Never again. Never again.
Never again with the vegans.
No. Because you know what it is? It's not the veganism itself that's the problem. It's the
attitude.
The way that vegans make you feel like you have to be a vegan. It's like, no, you do you, boo, bye. Like,
and like,
don't come at me with your way of life.
Like,
and
what if I do want to eat pastrami in my kitchen?
I want to. It's my kitchen. I pay for it.
What if I want to do? What if I want to eat pastrami while I'm alone?
Do it.
That's my right.
Do it.
I'm not gonna get down with it.
Ooh, I'm so excited to eat that pastrami after this.
I do have pastrami in my fridge right now.
Oh, wagyu.
Wagyu.
Wagyu pastrami?
Okay, do you want to know what I have on my notes?
What?
It's really funny.
What
and you're
is it?
going to be like, I can't believe this is coming up. Haunted Russian painting on trail.
Oh my God. Wait, is she Russian?
I don't know.
Okay, so how do we explain it?
You're out of frame.
Okay, how do we explain it?
We explain it by first saying that Stephanie has these, I want to call them neighbors.
They're around the way.
They're around the block from where she is.
Mm-hmm.
They're up a hill.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty much the only house on the hill.
Yeah, they have that whole hillside.
They own a whole hillside.
Yeah.
Their house.
And they also own the property down below on the hillside.
Right, which is like a worn out bed and breakfast.
Mm-hmm. I really want to go inside and see what it looks like.
I feel like it's haunted.
I'm scared that I'm going to get spirits attached to me.
Yeah, like that's like
That's
you
why I don't
gotta
wanna
go
go
in there
inside.
with sage, Palo Santo, and an open heart.
Well, maybe
A protected yet open heart.
Yeah.
Don't go in too vulnerable.
Yeah.
It feels like it's probably cold in weird places
Yeah.
of it. Like
Yeah.
it just has an energy.
It does.
And their house has the same energy.
But it's also them.
Right. But also the house, these properties both look like at one time they were really beautiful.
It is really beautiful. The one
And
up
there's
top.
still like an old European charm to each of them, I would say.
There's old cars in the driveway.
There's old cars in the driveway.
Yeah.
It seems like almost like an Italian
Tuscan.
villa.
Yes.
But like it hasn't been updated in a really long time. And there's like
There's a
pretty
lot of
like
really beautiful vine plants.
yeah, and like pretty like there's one window that's like a pretty stained glass window.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of like chickens.
Yeah.
And they have this sounds made up.
2
but
dogs. No, it's honestly beautiful.
It's so crazy. Like
Yeah.
when we're explaining it just sounds so crazy. Like what?
Yeah.
There's always like old cars in the driveway.
said
And they
that.
also have a golf cart.
Mhm.
Well, the first thing that happened was I saw 2 of the kids and they were pale ghost-like creatures on this golf cart.
Yeah.
And they were just buzzing around. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm like, am I the only person who can see these children? Because
I know.
that's the energy
what
of the
it feels
place.
like.
It feels like it's like haunted and they're like ghost children.
Yeah, like
Which
I
sounds
feel like they
insane.
look like they're 23, but they're spirits.
Yeah, I feel like they're ageless spirits.
Yeah.
Like they're like, are we just seeing
They
them?
stay the same, but their clothing just changes throughout time and history.
Yes.
That's the energy of the woman painting on the hillside.
Okay,
too.
so one day we're on a hike. We're on a hike.
It was very like Little Women. I was like, is it 1772? What's going on?
We're on a hike.
Is it 1817?
Like we're on a hike and she's just painting.
So she's like resting on the hillside.
How would you?
with the bicycle? Like it's literally a scene from like, you know.
Yeah, it's not real in 2021 life.
No.
It's not the
And then
age
the
of
other
TikTok.
one is like has her knee up and is like sketching the laying down. And I was like, wow, like
People
you don't
do
see
that? No, you don't see people sketching each other on trails.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they don't have the internet. Maybe that's why they seem like ghosts stuck in another time because they don't have the internet.
Well, also their one of their golf carts looks so Tim Burton-y.
Yeah.
It has like one eye, it's like striped. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's just like so much going on.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the lady in the field that one day.
That was such a gross sound. Wait.
Steph's getting into ASMR. She started the podcast by chewing loudly. It was a very Jew chew. I'm a Jew, so I can say that.
Honestly, it's like the most gross thing about me. Probably is the way that I should.
No, it's the way that you moan in public. In meditations, when you find a good meal. She's a moaner, guys.
I don't know how this started, but it's just what it is now.
It's your mating call.
Yes, my mating call.
It's your peacock sound.
Yeah, I'm in heat.
Uh-oh.
You heard? Yeah, I'm very fascinated by those people. Then they have this father. He's very like he's like a Nick Nolte like character. Like
I've never seen him.
Yeah, he's like kind of a good looking like blonde older man, like gray and like he
Okay.
looks strong.
Okay.
He's kind of like a True Detective-esque character.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
seems
he's
he has
the
more
father of the
control.
ghost kids.
I believe so. Because then there's the mother and then there's the nanny lady.
The nanny lady's gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
The nanny lady, when we were high in
I
a
don't
field and
understand
we
what's going
saw
on
her,
there.
I was like, we're the only people who could see her too. All these people be
100%.
pale.
100%.
Really pale too.
Yeah.
Dark energy around the house and pale in the face. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Cute dogs, though.
It's so interesting. I want to know what's going on, but I'm also like, I'm good.
No, it's like a haunted house.
Yeah.
We walk by, we're like, are we these people? They have skeletons in their closet. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know. I don't know.
When I'm high,
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
this
they have
energy
skeletons
is
in their closet.
weird.
I think they're like a wormhole into a different dimension in time. I think they're like, we're not supposed to be seeing them.
Yeah.
That's why they have to live on the hill.
They live on the hill and they
Yeah.
don't have the internet, and that's why they paint each other in fields
Mm-hmm.
in 2021.
I mean, it's not a cult that I'm not trying to join. I'm definitely not.
What do we have to do to join this?
No, it's not. That's not the one that we want to be a part of.
You gotta suck that guy's dick to get in the cult.
Oh, God.
The Nick Nolte guy.
Why is it always that with the cults?
The cults are always...
Why is it always...
There's not women cult leaders being like, you gotta fuck me to hang with me. It's the men.
Yeah.
There's no woman cult leader. Where are the women cult leaders?
Wait, I'm trying to think what like the equivalent of to that would be.
Oprah. No. What is a...
I don't
Where are
feel...
the women... Goop?
Maybe.
Gwen?
Maybe.
She's the closest cult.
She is.
She is.
Kind of.
She's like, she released the vagina candle. So maybe there is something going on with like this over sexualization of like, I'm a cult. Want to smell my pussy?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. Because there's nothing else that can control people more than sex. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's so weird.
We're really unlocking some things tonight.
That's so weird.
Well, like, okay, because there really aren't any women cult leaders.
No. I want to have this chocolate.
Rachel Ray. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel like saying
the Food Network thing.
Yeah, I just feel like saying Rachel Ray right then was like the funniest possible choice.
Are you in the cult of Rachel Ray?
No. Talking to your mic. Even while you're eating. Let the people know what you're eating at home. They want to know. They want to be involved in what's happening.
This is a firecracker chocolate bar. Can you hear that?
They can't.
I just drilled into my phone.
She's drilling into the mic. It almost sounds like Pop Rocks.
That's what it is. It's Pop Rocks and chocolate.
We're living our best life. I mean, I really feel that she's moaning. This is a problem. You know, if you have a friend that moans, you can't invite them everywhere.
Why am I moaning?
I don't know. When you feel satiated, you have to let everyone know.
No, it's not for attention, you Aries.
It's not because I'm an Aries. It's because I'm an honest queen.
No, maybe if you were moaning, it would be for attention. Mine's just like a fucking annoying reflex. When
she can't help it. It's like Tourette's.
Yeah.
Cock. But instead.
Oh my God. Is that a Tourette's? That's so amazing.
A moaning Tourette's?
Yeah, I think it is mine.
I don't know.
I'm about to do it again.
That was a subtle one. I know. You're really holding in your moans now. I don't think that's healthy either. No, that feels repressed. I don't want to tell you to hold in your moans, but if you could just scale back the moans, that would be appreciated. I wrote down Timberland because my dad went through a phase where he would only wear Timberlands.
I love that so much.
He's just like an old Jewish guy.
I love a Jewish Valley dad in a Timberland.
He would drive to the Camarillo outlets.
Fun.
Which I haven't been to an outlet mall.
You know, I was thinking about that recently, and I actually like really want to go to one because I feel like it's like
old timey,
so funny. Yeah,
we should go to the Camarillo outlets.
I used to love going to the outlets in Vermont. In what is that part of Vermont? Oh, I forget. Sad.
That's fine. Where the outlets are.
Yeah, fuck. I know the name, but I forget it. And I would love to shop in all those outlets because I could buy so much stuff because it was like cheap and fun.
We can go outlet shopping.
Yeah, I want to get.
We can go to the Palm Desert ones.
You know what's really good to get at outlets is like expensive bras.
I got this at the outlet mall.
No, because bras are so expensive.
Yeah. Let's go to the outlet malls for bras.
Yeah.
We lost the purple light, and that's fine. It's getting cold.
Do you think this is an okay podcast so far?
I think it's a really good podcast. Okay. I think we're like pretty much almost done too.
What else is on the list?
We covered the list. Oh, moon.
Oh yeah, the new moon. After this, let's set the intentions. Let's do this.
Okay. So we're gonna do a new moon pot, which actually I don't think I've talked about at all.
At all?
No.
Why don't you share with your audience about the moon pot?
Okay, so how do I even explain the moon pot to someone who's not stoned and on the level? Do you know what I mean? Because at the risk of coming across as like a new age witch, which I'm actually fine with, because I kind of am.
Who cares? What? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who cares what it comes across as?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Stephanie and I, every 2 weeks, we've been doing these moon pots. And since we've been doing the moon pots, I will say, we've been doing it for how long? 6 months? Less?
Longer.
8 months?
We started in July.
I don't know how many months that is.
August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 8 months.
We've been doing it for 8 months. So we've been doing it for 8 months. And so on the new moon, we set our intentions for the month and what we want to manifest. And on the full moon, we write down what we want to let go of. And since we've been doing that, I do feel like a lot of positive things have come into my life, and an energy has definitely been shifted. And like it definitely the ritual, and when we don't do it, I really feel like the negative effect of that too, which is really weird. It's just like how we were talking about earlier with the meditations, where it was like, okay, being in Austin for a week, I wasn't meditating, I wasn't working out, I wasn't eating healthy, wasn't doing any of those things. So then and like really from actually moving here and like starting like this more grounded life of like self-care and balance and trying to figure out how to operate in a way that's healthy, and not just like be on drugs. I like from this new life, I've become more open to different things. And we had an experience where we were with some like bad energy.
But it was actually you who told me to do it, which is interesting. Because it was something I was into before, but you made it regular. Okay, so this is what happened. So that's like cool. I'm into sage. I'm into those things. I'm super into the things that we think become our reality, and like very into that. I'm very into like energy stuff, which makes sense because like I'm a stoner. It's like you're from LA. Yeah, I'm from LA. I'm that bitch. I have tarot cards. We all do. You're Latina. Yeah, there's so many things. There's some witches in your family. Yeah, brujas. Yeah. So basically, we had like a really bizarre interaction with someone who you were entangled with. A man who you were entangled with. Yeah. Whatever. We went to go get tacos and we saw him, and the energy was so bad, and we had just done a little bit of mushrooms that I was like, that energy was so bad to be around, and it was so dark and it was so heavy that I feel like we have to do something to energetically cleanse ourselves of it, because which is not something that I would normally ever say. No. You're like, what? Like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah. And I'm like, but I felt it so strongly in that moment. I don't know if it was from the mushrooms or what. It was so spot on. It was like downloading some type of information, and it was like, this is what you're supposed to tell her to do. And like, not only are you supposed to tell her to do it, you have to do it too. And like there's some release that needs to happen of like letting go of like the past and like what we thought was gonna be, and like you know, just like cleaning out the energy a little bit, and like just setting those intentions, because I am someone who believes that the things that we think are the things that happen. Yes. And I think that that's just reality, and there's a lot of evidence of it. Well, it's that our subconscious is an energy field that projects into the ether, and then it becomes the reality. Right. It is. Right. It's like truly that. It's so crazy. And once you start realizing that, you want to be aware of your thoughts. You're choosing them more cautiously. You're saying, you know what, like actually living from a place of fear, living from a place of darkness, or saying things that are bad about people doesn't feel good. You're like, okay, I just need to start taking care of my energy. And so really just doing that twice a month, of setting the new intentions for the things that I want to introduce into my life, and then also doing the release pot of releasing the things that are no longer serving me. It feels good. It feels like it's like an energetic cleanse in a way that I can't even explain. Yeah. Just like the fire and just seeing like an interaction of all the elements too, because you're like, you become conscious and intentional, and then you're like working with something in a new way. Yeah, it makes you feel basically like a powerful witch. Yeah, and just a person who's not just chaotically stumbling into every moment. Like you're setting intentions, and you're crafting a scenario for yourself to be
the best
you can be. And that's what we were saying at the beginning of when this whole thing started, which is like, what's the self-care in the new world? It's like, know that your thoughts create your reality. Know that your attention to your health creates your health. Know that it's up to you to build anything that you want. I think that when we all come into alignment with that parts of ourselves, it makes us more harmonious with other people in the environment too. Like, you didn't think about moving here and then having this like relationship with these people that you live with and how you have the dog and all this stuff. But it's like, because you're open to receiving things in a new type of way, you're getting all these like really cool experiences.
But the thing that's
making
crazy,
you a better person, like overall in all other ways, right?
But the thing that's the craziest is that how many times I put the dog in the pot. And you're like, Sarah, you don't have to have the dog just yet. I'm like, no, I need the dog. Right?
Yeah, the dog was a thing.
And I was like, I put the dog in the pot probably like 4 times.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, even when I was looking at places, I was like, nope, because I can't have a dog. And you're like, you don't even have a dog. I was like, still, I don't want it. Yeah. I want to be able to have a dog. Yeah. And now I have the dog, and it's like,
she has like an actual like horse, unicorn, deer.
He's such a creature.
He's like an antelope.
He's like a high strung ball of energy that's like a cross between an antelope and like a needy baby.
And like a Dalmatian.
Yeah. And he has one blue eye and one brown eye.
He's so cute.
He's really cute. So he came from the pot. What other things have come from the pots?
Oh, I feel like so much.
I feel like actually just a lot of healing.
So much healing. Like,
because the act of letting go, because I'll be like, I'm going to let go of this, and then I'll continue to carry it. And there's something about writing down what you want to let go of and then burning it in a fire safe setting. Because it's she's doing yoga. This happened. She's out of frame and doing yoga. I look over, she's out of frame. The bitch is doing it. She's popping in and out of frame. She's opening her heart chakra.
She gave me an edible.
We didn't ask for this. She's moaning and stretching. Let's wrap the episode up. Oh, before we wrap the episode up, I have a party gift.
I'm on my period. Leave me alone, bitch.
I know you've made it known. And to be honest, your period has started fucking with my period, and I'm not on board with it. Okay, my last period came like 5 days early. I was like,
me too.
This is from hanging out with this whore.
No, because I synced with the new moon.
Wait, can I tell you when I was on a hike?
Yeah.
I told you this already.
What?
I took a Bowie on a hike, and this lady had her dog Ginger, and she was with her friend. And her friend goes, Ginger is quite the slut. And then the lady goes, come on, Carol. She's just a dog. Why would you say that? And it becomes like this like really awkward moment. And then I'm like, she means slut, like an empowered woman trying to like make it okay for everybody.
Oh my God, you're such a slut.
Yeah, like trying to make it okay, like the product of divorced parents. Yeah. Like, it's okay. What she meant is. Anyways, let me give you the gift.
Okay.
It's actually under you. There's actually like
it's under me
here.
Oh, this.
Okay. Well, you can pick.
Oh.
You can pick.
Okay.
You can't have both.
The other one.
Sriracha socks.
Okay.
From Oh Yeah Socks.
Okay.
Or Bob Ross. It's like a bandana that you can wear it as a mask.
Huh. Hair tie, rally towel, face mask.
It's a lot of things in one. It's a lot of things of one.
Hair cover, blindfold, wristband, Alice.
You know what? You can have both. Take both. Take both.
Why? Because I did such a good ad.
Yeah, you did such a great ad.
Really cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I thought that maybe these will.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 3 O's HYEAH.com.
Yeah,
Head to ohyeah.com. These I think will look good on you.
These will go with my red cowboy boots.
Those will go with your red cowboy boots. I feel like you have like thinner legs. This would look good on you. I was like, I can't pull these off. I'll just look a little stumpy.
They're cool.
They're really cool.
There's a footbed.
Yeah, you have a few pairs of yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So discount code Sarah10, link in bio. Get your socks. They make great gifts.
Wow.
Also,
So
I have...
blessed. Look at this fucking view. God damn.
They can't.
Beautiful.
Because we're in here. Oh, wait. Do you want to... She's leaving the podcast to take photos of the view. I took off my rings. Oh, to do cats in the cradle.
Yeah.
The only time I take off my rings is for sex and cats cradle. I'm like, why were my rings off?
Then we gotta do a separate cat's cradle video.
Yeah, the people want it. I can hear them. They're like, give us the cat's cradle video. It's like, calm down. One thing at a time. Let's talk about where people can find you, and also let's plug your merch.
Oh yeah. You guys know where to find me. Sarah, do you know my Instagram?
Yes, I do. It's at Simbari. That's SSIMBARI at Simbari. You can also find a link to her podcast, That's So Retrograde, in the description of this episode.
That's right.
You can head to her Twitter. She drops some tweets that are powerful. She also has... Show them your sweatshirt.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
It shit is pretty tight, y'all.
It's really cool. Okay, let me tell you. This is what I have to say about the beanie. Remember I told you I was going to talk about this beanie?
Yeah.
I was like, I have some things to say about the beanie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this beanie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. This beanie.
Such a good orange.
I wear this beanie to Trader Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
The man behind the cash register goes, what is that beanie? It's so cool. I go, it's my friend's podcast. And then he goes, so cool to see people pursuing their dreams.
Oh.
Then I'm like, yeah, I know, I have cool friends. Then I just want to tell you that this is the beanie that people need that they don't even know that they need.
That makes you want to go back and gift him a beanie.
I remember which register he was working.
You do?
Even though you don't like to step foot in a Trader Joe's.
Never.
She had one bad experience in the produce section, and that was it for her.
Yeah, sorry. I don't do little.
But they all have those Hawaiian shirts. Why?
I'm sorry, my firecracker chocolate is taking over my mouth.
Okay, well, that's our episode. Subscribe, rate, review. Thank you.
But what I was going to say about Trader Joe's was just that once I found a really gross bug in the bag, and the legs of the bug really gave me a nightmare, and now I just can't unsee it. Like, it hurt me on the inside. I know there's bugs in food all the time. I just like...
We're talking about legs of bugs, legs of peacocks. We're covering so much today.
It's a nature journey. Sorry, I didn't really need to call that back.
No, but you did.
Gotta go.
And when it was in the moment, and we love that. And thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Shank. Subscribe, rate, review, follow Steph Simbari, follow So Retrograde podcast.
Let's do this again soon.
We're gonna do it again soon. It was a great episode. I had so much fun.
So much
Bye.
fun.
Follow me. Subscribe, rate, review.